Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon.
Yo, VI, play the beat.
Well, hello, Sagittarius moon. We're coming in a little early in this fire energy, and it feels like it's coming out of a whole lot of blackness. Scorpio just took us way, way down there, and Sagittarius moon is giving us that true shot in the dark kind of feeling. Like, I don't know where this is going, but I got a crossbow, and I'm gonna set this arrow on fire, and it's going to ignite a path, a trail to get us going to where we want to be. So what is your fire? What gives your fire air? King of Swords. Good direction, good thought, good intention, following through on the well-laid plans, not reacting and responding to the influences that come around to bombard and cause friction, but cutting through that fog, lighting up the darkness with our flaming arrow, bringing ourselves closer to the point that we're trying to reach. It's a real Hail Mary type situation. Gee whiz. Yeah, that right there is the stutter. The stutter. The lack of confidence, the hesitation. This is not swiftly acting and reacting. This is a clumsy, cluttered sort of energy in the Seven of Wands. I feel like our limbs are just a little bit too frozen in this circumstance and scenario. We didn't cut through our environment, so now we have to fight with frozen fingers, and that is going to affect the accuracy. So maintaining that sharpness. But also I do like inviting the flame with that fire energy. To set the point on fire. Again, to cut through the clouds, to burn through the cold, to ignite the dark, and come through on the other side. It's all very... This cloud of mist that is around us, the High Priestess watching, this cloud of mist that is around us is not only a disadvantage, but an advantage, and learning how to utilize that fog, that uncertainty, as to your advantage in a situation, to temper it, control it, create yourself a new space. Because we also have the Knight of Cups with the Ace of Wands, and there is a quick rush of water coming. I can hear it in the distance, like a dam has been opened up way over there to the right, and it's moving forward. It's rushing past the rocks, it's trickling down the streams, and it's moving quite quickly. It's the warm rush of spring, that hopefulness and that ability to maintain our romanticism for life. Chariot on the bottom. that is going to get us moving, that is going to carry us. We carry the water, and it carries us. It can push us past the rocks, over the rocks, and down, further down the stream to fresh new land. It's the motion, the momentum, that movement. So just cleansing and clearing, removing toxicity from our bodies, physically, literally, spiritually, emotionally, crying it out, acting. Ace of Cups fell over top of the King of Swords and the Seven of Wands, hidden, unseen. That cup that's been shot across the ocean is making its landing into the hands in position. Seven of Swords on the bottom. Into the hands in position of this King of Swords and Seven of Wands energy. So while we're practicing what we preach and sharpening our intentions, reflexes, motivations, and actions, there is a cup of aid. Gatorade. It's funny because this is like kind of, you know, it looks kind of like a Masonic Illuminati kind of thing, you know, lizard people, so it was stolen from the gators, and it's some Gatorade that got down the stream. Here, it's got electrolytes in it. It's gonna rehydrate you. There's so much good intention behind this cup that is being delivered via this water, fire pathway that it has taken. It is foundational support. It is a passionate support. It wants to build. It wants to make its place. It wants to make its space and square out a position in this energy. Alright folks, I didn't really know what we were getting into today. Like I said, it was pure black darkness, lostness, confusion, death. That's been a message. Most definitely. I think I've been getting better at fixing the audio, so hopefully you can still hear me. I know I'm quiet as it is and I'm at half voice, but I think we're doing okay. The cards are probably louder than my voice. I can't pull anything. I can't pull anything more out of this dark space, so what we're going to do is we're going to move over to this space, and we're going to get some more options, some more mutability going with our vice versa. Sagittarius is movable energy. Scorpio is very fixed and stuck in its dark place. However, we're going to set fire and bend the will of that a little bit. Sabotage. That Seven of Wands, hair in my eye, and immediately my brain triggered to Loki fly. And when Loki turned himself into a fly and bit the eye of Heimdall, it was sabotage. Again, there's opposition. That's not real. Okay? I'm not going to tell you don't be afraid. No, probably do if you feel it, but be in control of it. Don't let it be in control of you, and don't let somebody else control it for you. That is the key and the secret to making it through the dark. That is the light that we are firing out into the night sky. It's almost like we set off a signal, I'm here, and like this Knight of Cups is like, alright, I know where they are, now I'm gonna send aid. Gatorade. Stop saying that. This is not endorsed by Gatorade. It's not a paid promotion. If you want to give me money, that's cool. I mean, I'm down. That's neat. I don't know if I support what they utilize in the substance itself, but yeah, it's got electrolytes on it, so it's real good. More of a vitamin water person myself, but I highly prefer cane sugar or just drinking my tea and coffee and crazy water concoctions. Death and the Ten of Swords. It just doesn't get any deader than this. Can I say that one more time because it's fantastic. I love this so much when these two cards come together. It just doesn't get any deader than this. The soul is being reaped. Regardless of the shock and awe that we're sitting in, like, did that just happen? The angel of death on riding a horse with eyes of fire will give you a good clue, a good tip-off that this is the final reaping of this spirit. This is the final sword, the death blow, if you will. I said I wanted lighter messages, and that's what we got. Because we're creating our own sunrise. Like, literally, like, look at the eclipse of the sun over here, and the Three of Wands sitting on the top of the deck, like, manifesting a new sun to rise is almost, again, causing that eclipse to happen in order for this death to occur, utilizing that cloud, that dark time to make your move, and to make the right move, the planned move, the calculated move. Because there is aid coming. So we need to remain open to receiving, while also keeping our guard up a little bit, right? Knowing which doors, which wires, which switches need to be placed where is pertinent. That's why this king came out first. Like, you better know what you're doing this time. You better have it together. Did you write it down? Do you got it somewhere? Have you been working on this? Because we're gonna make the point. We're gonna send this off, and things are going to be set in motion. Again, whether we see this coming, know this is out there or not, setting off that smoke signal, that fire signal, to let somebody know where we're at is just enough to launch that firepower, that love energy, that supportive energy in your direction. Also, on the other side of the deck was the moon, also in eclipse mode and phase, to really enhance the message any further. Like, are we just going to say this over in a dozen different ways? I'll say it till I'm blue in the face and you feel properly beaten over the head by it, okay? Because I know, me and the universe have this conversation all the time, like, yeah, I know, sometimes I really just need to be beaten over the head with something because I just won't, too stubborn, I just won't accept it. I'm like, no, I think I can change this, I think I can move this. It's not immovable, I'm a Virgo. Okay. The strength to face down the devil. A reminder. This fell down on the side of aid, the other side of the river, because there are two very like different territories, kingdoms, expanses here. Again, there's a vast distance in between these energies, but there is a knowledge, a wisdom being passed on just how to utilize and face down this devil, to not defeat him forever, but to basically suck him into the 8 loop of infinite source, utilizing his energy and locking it down into the lower half of this infinity, so that we have the rise and the fall, the ebb and the flow, the momentum to carry us forward into the next thing. This is an offering of courage as much as love and support. And it's all coming in. So long as you hold up your part. Don't slack and think that because stuff is coming in for you, that you can just sit around and wait for it. You do have to know when to act, when to move, when it is time to go. Watch that pendulum swing and study it so that you know exactly how much time you have to get yourself through into the night. Eight of Swords. On top of the kind of pointing to that 10 of Swords to death energy, I guess. You know, I was going to put the Sun on top, but I'm going to stick with the 2 of Swords. We're riding the sword energy right now. So, how we're pointed. We're kind of pointing, this is what's leading up to this constrictive 8 scorpionic energy of binding and blinding, the confusion, and turning the tide, changing those swords, and eliminating. I don't think anybody really knows what's actually going on or what they're actually doing. It is pure act of faith. That fire that we are lighting on that arrow that we are shooting off into the dark, we don't know if anybody is even out there looking for it. We have no clue. 1707 on the counter. Yeah, so that axe momentum, slicing through the fate, like just having blind, completely blind and bound faith that these binds are going to break, that the blindfold is going to fall, that we are in fact ready. Like, look at the serene look on her face. She's not afraid. She is observing her surroundings. Well, how do we find ourselves here? Okay. What about Bob? The doctor says I need to untie my knots. That's why he strapped dynamite to me. I gotta untie my knots or I'm just gonna explode. Oh, death therapy. How's that for some death therapy? Some Bill Murray. There, see, I told you I wanted to put the Sun on the bottom because it was on this side, and I was like, meh. It didn't come with the deck. We pushed the clouds to the side, the confusion, the moon, the illusion, the delusion, all of that. We pushed it all to the side, picked it all up, moved it, and what was under that rock? The shining sun, the freedom to move that we have been waiting for, hoping for. It is the polar opposite of being bound, constrained, and contained. This is a wide open field for us to just go play in. What do you want to do? There's so many activities that we could do out here. Like, I spend an entire day. Let's just set up a house and live out here forever. All we need is a hut. Come on, man. I got the horse. I got the sunshine. We got sunflowers growing. Come on, let's go. I can live off of seeds and berries and some, occasional dried meats. That's a lifestyle, and it suits some of us just fine. It's better than coffee and sugar, right? Right? There you go. Turning over. Do I take you? I don't even know. I don't even know if I trust this. Do I even want this? It didn't even, come all the way out. King of Cups. I'm feeling a little bit of this, who's you now? Who's you now? And why are you stuttering yourself out of here? Step back. Gather yourself, and don't cut yourself off before you present your cup. Temperance on top of the deck. Some Phoenix energy. Yeah, straight up Phoenix energy. All up through this, the despair and the disappointment of, plans not going the way that you'd hoped. Things that you thought you were going to be able to grow and make happen, and, you ended up just having to burn down the whole damn thing. But here comes that Page of Wands to remind us that we can start fresh. We can rebuild. We can regrow anywhere. So allow things to be consumed in the fire and let them fall, knowing that our saving grace is our ability to pick ourselves back up and recreate in a brand new space. Wide open. What we made over here doesn't look nothing like this, and we're pretty disappointed about it. But laying out those plans and aligning ourselves with how we can change this land, or find new land, even find new ground to grow. Freedom comes at a cost, comes at a price. Things are gonna have to go down in order for this dissatisfaction to be rebirthed, to be reignited. Heavy on that death energy, it just doesn't get any deader than this. But once we finally get there, once the soul has been reaped from the body and it can no longer attach itself to the physical plane, it's wide open spaces. It's brand new faces. It's brand new opportunities. So let's step in with a little bit more wisdom, learning from the entanglements and situations where we have died previously, and actually acting with the bravery that we need to move forward in a balanced and integrated way. To move forward with a more balanced and integrated way. Moving the dark horse and the light horse in the same direction, regardless of circumstance and situation. We know what our highest self is trying to manifest, and we know that our lowest self is trying to keep us alive. So letting those things have their appropriate space and getting them directed. We're not going to fight ourselves to get us to where we want to go, but we damn sure are going to snip, snap, and cut off anything that tries to tie us down again, because we are going. We're moving now. We're not getting caught in those traps. We are eliminating opposition. Okay, I don't think we can go any further. It's been a long journey of reiteration, but I think we're finally looping out that 8 cycle and getting that 9 really moving. So thank you, kids, and have a fantastic moon. We'll see you next time. Why didn't I want to entertain the King of Cups and know what he was up to. There was definitely a cup being hurled from across the valley, like I said, but for whatever reason, like, I just felt like I didn't need to know who, where, why, what was coming. It has to be a shot in the dark. Following that path and igniting. Doing what we're supposed to do, right? It's the vibe. So, don't you worry or fret about that King of Cups. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he was hucking that cup. He's doing stuff over there, but we gave King time to the last read, and right now we need to focus up on what it is that we're doing, and how we're carrying ourselves and conducting ourselves and acting. Alright, I think that was the end of my tirade. I'm just saying, like, yeah, okay, King of Cups, you're out there. Well, acknowledgement. Okay. Bye, kids.